Okay, we had some great questions about Bridge, and so I'll just try to answer all of those in this one video. The question was asked how to get into Bridge, and the Bridge software should have come with your Photoshop software. So if you have an applications folder or wherever all of your different applications are stored in your computer, there should be a folder for Bridge, and you could just double click on that and open it. I have mine. For my Mac, I can have a dock, and I just have mine pulled out so it stays on my dock all the time, so I can just open it up. Another option you could try if you are having a hard time finding it in Photoshop, you can go into File and then click Browse in Bridge, and it will open up your Bridge. So let me know if you're still having problems even finding how to open Bridge and how to get into it, and I can help you out there. Another question was asked, what button is the command key? It's the control key for the PC. My brain is like Mac, I forget that there's anything else. So my first advice is just get a Mac, because I'm teasing. PCs are great too. So if I say command, then usually the control key works the same in PC, and I'm sorry I didn't specify that earlier. A couple people asked how to open the photos in Photoshop by star ratings or things like that. So it's really easy to open things in Photoshop. You can just say you wanted to pick one of your star ratings and open a few of them. You just click on the photos that you want, however many you want, pressing Control or Command as you click, or Shift if you want to get a whole group, and then just double click on those photos and they will automatically open up in Photoshop. It should work that way for everybody. Let me know if it doesn't or if there's a problem, and I'll see if I can dig into it deeper and find anything else. You can also again go into Photoshop and then the File and then Browse in Bridge, and it'll open up Bridge, but you should be able to open them just the same way by selecting and then doing a double click. And if you want a different rating, say you want to pick out of the 3-star ratings or however you rate your photos, you can just click them that way. And other neat features in Bridge, some things that I use, we've got it on the Essentials screen right now, and I use that one sometimes. One of my favorite screens is the film strip screen. And this one, it shows your thumbnails here at the bottom, and then whatever you click on goes big up here in the screen. And you can also change the size of that window. If you want these photos to be bigger, you can select more than one to see them bigger. And anyway, so the film strip I like. There's other screens that just show a different way, and you can play around with those and decide how you like to view your photos in Bridge the best. I would say that Essentials and Film Strip are the two that I use the very most, and both work great. So some other kind of neat features, when you have your ratings over here, you can have just 1-star rating showing, or just click the Control or Command key and have more than 1-star showing, so it's easy to sort your photos that way. You can add keywords onto your photos. I don't do that just because it saves time, but if you say you load up a lot of photos of your kids and you want to keyword those so that you could find them easily, you can do that. This is handy. Sometimes, like maybe you need a landscape orientation photo for something, so you could click that and it would show just your landscape photos, or vice versa, just your portrait. If you're trying to figure out, this is kind of a good learning tool also, but you can sort the photos by exposure time, which is your shutter speed, by your ISO ratings, or by your aperture value. So if you said, you could kind of see where you were stuck, or if you were always shooting in one aperture, or maybe even view the photos in each aperture or shutter speed to decide where your camera seems to be working the best, or where its sweet spot is. So that's kind of fun that you can go through and see what's going on with your camera settings there. You can also sort them by lenses. Like if you used a couple of different lenses during the shoot, then you could view all of them with the one lens or view all with the other. And oddly enough, I've got a couple photos that my camera said no lens, so I don't know what's going on there. I obviously had a lens. So those are just some fun things with Bridge. There are other things that you can do, like make stacks or make different groupings or folders and different keywords to sort. I just use it basically to upload my photos, decide which ones I want to edit, and then pull them into Photoshop. You can use other programs. You don't have to use Bridge. I used iPhoto for a long time, and before that I used the software that came with my camera, the Nikon uploader software. So you don't have to use Bridge. I just started to use it in the past year or so, and I've ended up liking it a lot, and it does correlate well with Photoshop. So hopefully that answered all of your Bridge questions. Let me know if you have more, or if I didn't answer your question correctly. I'd be glad to help you out there. Thanks.